Derek had been working non-stop for months, late nights, missed dinners, always saying, "After this week, things will slow down." They never did. Maya stopped asking after a while. She just adjusted. So when he finally came home early one Thursday and said, "Let's get out of here for a few days," it caught her off guard. "Where?" she asked. "Anywhere quiet." That's how it started. They didn't plan it much. No big research, no deep dive into reviews. Derek found a cabin listing online, somewhere deep in the mountains, about 3 hours away. Cheap for what it looked like. Big windows, forest all around it, no neighbors in sight. Maya hesitated for a second. "Why is it so cheap?" "Probably just not a tourist spot," he said. "We just need quiet, right?" She nodded. That was the whole decision. The drive up felt like exactly what they needed. Music playing low, windows cracked, the kind of silence between them that wasn't uncomfortable, just calm. As they got deeper into the mountains, signal dropped. One bar, then none. Maya noticed it first. "No service." Derek shrugged. "That's kind of the point." She agreed, at the time. The cabin was exactly like the photos, maybe better. Tall trees surrounding it, gravel driveway, a wraparound porch that creaked softly when they stepped on it. No other houses in sight, no road noise, just wind moving through trees. And something else, silence that felt heavier than it should have. Inside was clean, no dust, no personal items, no pictures on the walls, no signs anyone had ever actually stayed there. Maya walked room to room slowly. "Feels like no one's been here in a while." Derek dropped the bags. Or they just cleaned it really well. He said it casually, but even he checked the locks on the doors without saying anything. That first night felt normal. They cooked, talked, watched a downloaded movie. By the time they went to bed, it felt like the trip had already worked, like they needed this. Maya woke up sometime in the middle of the night. No reason, no noise, just awake. She stared at the ceiling for a few seconds, trying to fall back asleep. Then she realized something. Derek wasn't in bed. She sat up. "Derek?" No answer. The bathroom light was off. The door was open. She got out of bed slowly. The cabin was dark, but not pitch black. Moonlight came in through the windows just enough to see shapes. She stepped into the hallway. "Derek?" Still nothing. Then she saw him, standing in the living room, facing the front door, not moving. "Derek?" He didn't respond, didn't turn around, didn't shift, just standing there. She walked closer, slower now. "Hey, what are you doing?" That's when he spoke, very quietly, almost like he didn't want to be heard. "Someone's outside," he said. Maya felt her chest tighten. "What?" "They've been standing there for a while." She froze. "What do you mean, they?" No answer. She stepped beside him, slowly, and looked at the door. There was a small glass panel at the top, too dark to see clearly. "Did you hear something?" she asked. "No." "Then how do you know?" He didn't answer right away. Then he spoke. "I saw them." Maya felt something shift in her stomach. "Where?" Derek slowly raised his hand and pointed toward the glass. She looked. At first, nothing, just darkness. Then, a shape. Someone was standing on the porch, completely still. Maya stepped back instantly. "Derek, don't move," he whispered. The figure didn't knock, didn't move, didn't do anything, just stood there, watching. "How long have they been there?" she whispered. Derek didn't answer, and that's when she realized something. His voice earlier didn't sound like him. "Derek?" Slowly, he turned his head toward her. Not his body, just his head. And his face wasn't right. Not injured, not bloody, just wrong. Like something was slightly off. The way his eyes focused, the way his mouth sat. Like someone was copying him, but didn't get it perfect. Maya stepped back. "Derek?" He grinned, just a little too much. "I didn't see them outside." Maya panicked. "They're still out there." A loud knock hit the door. Maya flinched hard. Her eyes snapped back to the glass. The figure was still there. Didn't move, didn't react. Another knock, harder. She whispered, backing up, but when she looked back at him, he was gone. Just gone. No footsteps, no sound. Another knock. Maya stood there, frozen, heart pounding so loud she could hear it. Then, a voice from behind the door, soft, familiar. "Maya?" It was Derek. "Open the door." She couldn't breathe. "Maya, it's me. Something's wrong." Her eyes slowly moved toward the hallway behind her. Dark, empty. No Derek. Another knock, more urgent now. "Please, open the door!" Her hand started shaking as she reached toward the lock. Then, from somewhere inside the cabin, right behind her, a whisper. "Don't." Maya stopped. That voice was also Derek, and it was much closer, right behind her. Maya didn't move. Her hand was still hovering inches from the lock. One Derek outside, one Derek behind her. "Open the door!" the voice outside said again, more urgent now, almost desperate. "I'm not playing, Maya. Open it!" Her breathing got shallow. That was his tone. That was how he sounded when he was serious. But the whisper behind her came again, right at her ear now. "If you open that door, it will come inside." Maya's entire body went cold. She shut her eyes tight. "Stop," she whispered. "Just stop." Silence. For a second. Then, the knocking stopped. Dead quiet. Maya slowly opened her eyes. The figure outside was gone. Her heart started pounding harder. "Derek?" she said softly, not turning around. No answer behind her. Nothing outside. Nothing anywhere. The silence now felt worse than anything. She forced herself to turn, slow, terrified of what she'd see. Empty. The living room was completely empty. No Derek. No one. Maya stumbled back, breathing fast. "No, no, no!" Then, from down the hallway, a sound. A door creaking open. The bedroom. She stared at it. Dark inside. "Derek?" she whispered. No response, but something shifted in the dark. Maya took a step forward, then another. Every part of her body telling her to run, but she didn't. She reached the doorway, looked inside, and saw him. Derek, sitting on the edge of the bed, back toward her, head slightly down. "Maya," he said quietly.
What the hell is happening? There was someone outside and... I know. His voice was normal again. She rushed in. Are you okay? Why were you... Did you open the door? He asked. No. He nodded slowly. Good. Maya exhaled hard. Then what was that? What is going on? Because if you did, he started to turn, you would have let me back in. Maya froze. His face came into view. And it wasn't Derek. Not even close this time. The eyes were too wide. His grin was stretched too far. Skin pulled tight like it didn't fit. Maya screamed and stumbled backward, but the door behind her slammed shut, hard, pitch black. She scrambled for the handle. It wouldn't move. From behind her, the bed creaked. Slow, heavy. Something stood up. You always open doors for him, it said softly. That voice was hers. Perfect. Maya stopped breathing. What? You let him in everywhere. A step closer. You let him in your life. Another step. You let him decide everything. Closer. You let him bring you here. Maya's hand shook violently on the door handle. Stop, please. Right behind her now, the voice again. So it's only fair. And then she felt a hand touched her shoulder. The skin felt extremely rough and cold. That I get to be the one you finally let in. The door suddenly unlocked. Maya didn't think. She yanked it open and ran, out of the room, through the hallway, straight for the front door. She threw it open and bolted outside barefoot into the cold night air. Gravel cutting into her feet, trees surrounding her, no lights, no road. She didn't stop running, didn't look back, didn't even notice. The car was gone. No headlights, no keys, nothing. Just forest.
She ran until her lungs burned, until her legs gave out, until she collapsed into the dirt. Silence again. Then, footsteps, slow, approaching. Maya lifted her head weakly. A figure stepped out from between the trees. Derek. Real, bruised, shaking. Maya, thank God, he said, rushing toward her. I've been looking for you. I don't know what that thing is. She stared at him, tears running down her face. Derek? He dropped to his knees in front of her. It's me. It's really me, I swear. She looked into his eyes, searching. This time, they felt right. She broke, collapsed into him, sobbing. I thought... I know, he said, holding her tight. We're leaving, right now. He helped her up, wrapped his arm around her, started guiding her through the trees. You're okay, he kept saying. You're okay. They walked for a while. Maya's breathing slowly started to calm. Then she noticed something. Derek? Yeah? Why does it feel like we're going deeper? He didn't answer. Derek? He stopped walking, slowly turned his head toward her. Not his body, just his head, same way as before. Maya's stomach dropped. Derek? He looked angry, that same crazy-looking grin. I told you not to open the door. Maya tried to pull away, but his grip tightened instantly. She tried to break away, but he was too strong. You didn't listen. His face started changing, shifting, glitching between him and something else. Now it's inside. Maya screamed before her body was completely devoured. The forest swallowed the sound. And by morning, the cabin was empty. No car, no bags, no signs anyone had been there. Except one thing. The front door was wide open, waiting for the next guests.